Alrighty, welcome everybody. I forget, my daughter likes to pull back all the way out to the road for whatever reason. Oh. But hopefully everything's going good and we don't get too much static going on. And I gotta do a little bit of a test run because, well, next Wednesday I head to Daytona. So gotta make sure everything's working right. So, bumpy, lovely country roads. Make adjustments as I need to. And I think I hear static, so we will have to fix it. Except for go with the been a while since I've actually streamed, so, and I know I got next Wednesday I'll be heading to Daytona, so yeah, it's AT&T, not so much I can do about that. I do what I can try to do. I just left the house, so that's probably one reason too, because the 4G and 5G constantly, so that's probably one of the reasons why it was doing that, was the whole AT&T bouncing back and forth, because AT&T doesn't like live streaming. I've come to realize that. Bikers live streaming, AT&T don't like it. But that's what it is. But thanks for leaving a comment, Diva. I hope you've been doing great. Hopefully it'll be not too bad as I ride down to Daytona next week. I'll be live streaming that as much as I can. Let everybody see what the highways look like, what the roads are like, and what it's like to actually ride from Dayton, Tennessee to Daytona. And heck, we can have chit-chat conversation every now and then as well. I mean, as long as traffic ain't too bad, why not? Hopefully the microphone's not doing too bad. I know typically that's usually one of the bigger issues that I've got. But the reason for the video short that I did today about the court case was I've had a bunch of friends ask me about what the deal was going on with it. Did the judge actually say that? I was like, yes, the judge actually said that. So that's where it's why for the video that I posted today. I was there in the courtroom when he said it, and I was just like, oh my god, you've got to be kidding. Like, really? Did the judge just say that? And yeah, the judge did. And yeah, the judge stood behind what they said. Ah, okay, thanks, Evil. Thanks for the update. Yeah, the whole live streaming bit, it going back and forth and preloading, that's AT&T. That's nothing to do with the phone or the streaming app or nothing like that. It's strictly AT&T. Oh well, they can get over it. But anyways, currently I am actually heading to Mountain Creek Harley Davidson. So new water pump, 61,000 miles. See, which Decatur, because because of the people in the left lane don't know how to drive. Then the right lane becomes criminal. But I do gotta watch my speed a little bit, not only because I don't really want to ticket, have to talk to work about that crap, but also got my daughter behind it. Yeah, able it's going to for a little bit here and there until I get a little bit, about another 5 miles or so, because of the hills right around through here have got a lot of iron in them. So, and AT&T still hasn't fixed their gap that they've got through here. So I might get froze up here in about another mile or so for about maybe 2. Don't know for sure. But I do know this area in particular, it's got spots in it that moves. And a lot of it's because AT&T hasn't put up another tower anywhere nearby to settle the coverage to go with the iron in the hills, which affects the cell phone frequencies. And another aspect of living in the mountains, or close to the mountains. Ooh, state piggy. Yeah, driving a Charger too. I think it's the first one I've seen. That's the first state trooper I've seen driving a Charger. The majority of them are usually Ford Exploders. Chevy Suburbans. Every now and then I'll see a Taurus, but not many of them left around. That's the first Charger I've actually seen in the state. And also, cell phone quality around here depends on the weather. Another state boy. That one's actually brave. Yeah, gets on it. He's just sitting in the middle of the turn lane. That's not obvious, now is it? Granted, he is driving a Ford Exploder. Alright, everybody wave at the state trooper sitting in the middle of the lanes. Got to be something illegal he's doing just by sitting there in the middle of a turn lane. Maybe stop twice in the next red light. Nah. I do gotta stop and get gas though when I get up here or getting on the interstate. And it's what sucks about riding to work every day, not really wanting to go get gas in the mornings. Well, of course, naturally when it's 23 degrees in the morning, don't exactly feel like wanting to stop to get gas. So I've got enough to get to the gas station, so we'll make a stop real quick at the gas station, fill up, and then from there hit the interstate. And then I'll take y'all the back way from Cleveland, Tennessee, to Dalton, Georgia, where Mountain Creek Harley Davidson is. But I'm curious for the two that's watching right now. Leave a comment about what you would like to see during the next couple of weeks from Daytona. I'll see what I can try to do. And furthermore, I do have some surprises from Daytona that's going to happen to the bike while at Daytona. Haven't really discussed anything. I'm going to keep it a secret. Probably do a little short live there, here and there, about what I'm going to do to the bike. And no, it's not upgrade the stereo system at Daytona. I'll do that at the house. But that is coming as well. I'm looking at adding two mid-bases finally to the bike. That'll be down at the lowers, but I just haven't figured out what I'm going to get. Hopefully the video footage ain't too shaky. probably going to get changed while at Daytona. Just a comment about how smooth the roads are here. Oh man, really, Evil? Oh, question, Evil. Are you going to Hog Rock? Because I actually got the okay, I put in for it and actually got the okay to be able to attend Hog Rock this year. So this year, springtime, I will be at Hog Rock. Not sure if anybody's actually caught that or not in any of the previous posts or shorts, the videos of the rallies of where I'm going this year. So this year it's going to be Daytona, Hog Rock, Sturgis, and depending on what happens from my reevaluation that was done yesterday, might even be October. Next year might be a bit of a twist. Like I said, depending on how my reevaluation went yesterday. Alright, you two, somebody needs to move here. Yeah, there you go. You getting the idea. See, Tennessee, a lot of people think the fast lane's the slow lane. Don't know why, they just do. About that early enough. Had I found another little dead spot, thank you AT&T for having all these dead spots. But yes, I definitely do want to go to the West Virginia thing, because I like the Tennessee. I was gonna suck the work had me off. I was able to get off work for the Tennessee meetup last fall, but things happened at the house that kind of prevented me from being able to go. So, okay. Yeah. Didn't really know early enough to actually put in for leave, so what I'm having to do is try to figure out whether or not there's enough people at work situation before. 18 miles to go. One thing that I have noticed since I've done the tank lift on the bike is when it tells me how many miles I've got, I know for a fact I've got that or less. There is no, oh, I can make another extra mile or two once it hits zero. Nope. It costed me walking this past year at Sturgis because I ran out of gas. 3 miles, almost to the letter, almost to the digit, I should say, not the letter, of the gas station that I was trying to get to. So I had to call my dad. Luckily, I wasn't too far away from Sioux Falls, so it took Dad about 40 minutes to come out to me. But had he not been able to, well, I'd have been walking. Turn the button off. But I do need to do a year-end review. It's been almost a year now for my phone mount that I use, because this company definitely deserves a shout out. Because honestly, the mount works fantabulous. Haven't had any issues with it. I guess my daughter wants me to get her gas too. Okay. She's parked beside me. Oh.
That's what's up.
Hey. Hey, we'll get some gas. Are you wanting some too, or? If not, heck, just pull up against the thingy over there. Unless they get busy. Oh, I gotta fix my doggy. Do what? Okay. Come on, bypass. Thank you. Boy, some of these touch screens suck. Nope. I'm not a loyalty member. Yes, water receipt. Thank you for the multi-million-dollar questions. Huh? I said thank you to all the questions. At the gas pump. Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want this? Do you want that? Oh, now you can go ahead and get gas. I love it. What, baby? Nope, I don't need to wipe my windshield. Talking to the granddaughter right now, kiddo. Last time I got gas here at this Vegas, it was horrible. Then again, it's wintertime, so of course naturally 93 probably doesn't get used that much. Okay. Said receipt ready, but it wasn't ready. Or it's just out of paper. Wonder what the deal is. She done rolled up her window. Alrighty. That chin strap out from underneath the chin strap. Pull the front down. That way we don't get wind blasted, everybody. And it's off to our next stopping point of Cleveland. Bike's not happy with me. That's what that was. Bike's like, hey, I want some attention. You need to get me fixed. Well, that's what we're going to do. So, yeah, I am definitely going to be going to the Dr. Hartley's. I'm going to spit it out here in a minute. Little thing while at Daytona. Because, of course, I'll be staying at the Cackleberry just like Doc, and monkeys and all them, so. Daughter's probably fixing to cuss me. She's like, dang it, Dad, don't get going too far. But I know I will be at Doc Harley's event that he's holding at the Cackleberry during the Daytona Rally. I'm sure I'll probably run into Bob and Tam at some point. I normally do. And of course I got to visit my old buddy Eli. Read his famous headbands. Those work. Trust me, my daughter loves them. I bought her two. Her and my granddaughter both actually fight over the ones I got my daughter. So I'm actually gonna have to buy a few extras there, Eli. As you can tell, there's a nice big gap in the right lane. For no reason whatsoever. Folks, there wouldn't be traffic jams if people that were actually not passing anybody get over in the right lane. I mean, I can see why Kentucky passed the law, made it a law where you can't just ride in the, you can't just hang out in the left lane because you want to hang out in the left lane. Kentucky has a law where they will stop you if they see you in the left lane and you ain't passing nobody. I've seen it happen. I've actually had a trooper before come flying by me to stop somebody that was hovering around in the left lane for no reason. I thought it was hilarious. At that point, I realized my cousins weren't joking with me. Man, I don't exactly like whatever the heck it is that's flopping around underneath this truck in front of me. Whatever it is, it comes out. It's going to hurt. Definitely hurt. Just a little bit. Oh, okay, so Busty's planning on going to be at the Hog Rock? Cool. I wonder if Darren's going to be there or not. I know it's one of his more local rally type deals. Because Darren's the one that actually told me about Hog Rock, got me interested in it per se. So yes, I know, but there wasn't enough gap to get around these vehicles. That's the only reason why I didn't get over. Thought about it, but there wasn't enough gap. Lovely traffic on the interstate. Darren Rides. Oh shoot! What the heck's his actual? I think that is his YouTube channel. He's been with Eli and them. Highway Vixen, all of them know him pretty well. I've only met a whole lot. Met him through Eli, actually. Truth to be told. Come on, people. Left lane for cab. Let's go. See where my daughter's held up out behind me. take you at about, well, let's just say at certain speeds. That will definitely get the troopers' attention. Let's just say that. But I'm trying to get moving so that way hopefully my daughter can get caught up, because after I get around these trucks I'm going to get back over and slow down and wait on them. Man, the vibrations on my bars has gone through the roof. Hopefully the new neck bearing they just put in last year ain't already going out. Then again, it could be what I'm hopefully to be looking at replacing come Daytona. Hey, what's going on, Rat? How's it going? Temperature though today is right under 60. It's like 57. It's bouncing between 56 and 60 for the most part. So it's bouncing around a little bit. As my front handlebars are bouncing around as well. Hopefully it's not too bad. But thanks guys for swinging in and chit-chatting, that's for sure. Definitely like knowing that people actually watch still. Granted, I know, I'm guilty, I'm sorry. It's been a while. Been fussing and dealing with the VA and my legs and stuff, so. And then I had the cord issue, which is the reason why I was out in Cali. So, all that mixed in with my anxiety and crap, yeah. I kind of sort of didn't exactly feel like making videos, much less doing lives. I try to do some every now and then. Ah, there's my daughter. She caught up. Darn. Trying to get her to come up beside me, but she won't do it. Oh yeah, it's a nice day. Daughter's like, you know it's gonna be a cold ride, right? I was like, it won't be that bad. I've been in worse. Y'all have seen it. I mean, Mike had eyes on it the last time I left work. A good helping of it. I mean, but it's not exactly, I guess, for most people it wouldn't be exactly perfect riding weather. Like 70 degrees, upper 60s, low 70s, sunny, not that windy. Nah, it's 56, almost 60, depending on where I'm at. It bounces around, because I can feel the cold pockets here and there. The winds is a little bit cool, because of course naturally still wintertime. Shade it drops. I can feel the temperature drop a good bit once I hit the shade. But to say that it's not a good day to ride, nah, it's always a good day to ride. Especially if you're on a trike. Just saying. Granted, I won't always be on a trike. I will say that. As long as I feel comfortable and I can actually get my knees to quit hurting so much, my legs, I can actually get to where I can trust my legs, I won't always be on threes. I'm just on it right now because I don't exactly trust my knees, my legs and my knees. bike's getting closer to being paid off. So yeah, it's about time for a new bike as well. Just saying. Here we go, the ever-loving classic of my truck's going 2 miles an hour faster than your truck, so I'm passing you. Goes 2 miles an hour faster than yours, and the other truck's like, hey, I'm lighter than you, going up a hill, I'm actually going faster. Oh, I love these interstates sometimes. Boy, how truckers love to antagonize each other. Oh no, that's my daughter that's behind me. Yeah, the couple car that you see in the mirror, that's actually my daughter. Now, if you're talking about that other car that's back there, I don't know who they are. They got a front tag, so they're not from Tennessee. Probably West Virginia, Canada. Not New York, because it's not yellow. Maybe Indiana. I think Indiana has front tags. So does Ohio. Going to be at Daytona, or actually I know you probably are. Are you going to be visiting Eli, I should say, quite a bit? Set up a time and date, try to hook up while I'm down at Daytona this year. The wind's picking up down here, and we'll try to hook up right while I'm down there this time. That's awkward. I was noticing both times the, I guess, disconnect or random spinning or whatever, I don't get to see that part. It doesn't show me what's going on in the live feed when I'm through the camera, but it is kind of interesting how some of those tractor trailers, some of them, it'll actually cause it. So I'm guessing there must be their GPS system or something like that in their trucks. Might interfere with the cell phone signal. I don't know. Yeah, smoke. I wonder what the heck's burning. It's not cloud cover, that's smoke. And a lot of it. Okay. What minivan? Okay, yeah. not playing dodgeball on the bike with the craters. Just not happening. Brush fire. Somewhere south of Cleveland. Between Cleveland and Chattanooga. That's where all the smoke's coming from. One of the guys that I follow actually bought a truck the other day, the 2022. Hats off to him. And all I can say is if he's not used to it, give it some time to get used to it, and I'm quite sure you'll end up loving being on a trike. For whatever the reasons are that they went ahead and bought one. Don't really know, I don't think they really elaborated a whole lot, but the trike does look good, that I will say. But yeah, if the microphone's not loud enough, or it's too loud, or video, well, minus the AT&T hiccups, seems like it's too bouncy or something, please, by all means, let me know. I will do what I can to try to fix it. Because, yeah, I'm chewing gum, sorry, I'm not exactly too sure if the microphone's picking it up. I'm probably pretty sure it is. I am sorry for that in a way, but that is one thing that I do while I ride, because it saves me from actually having a dry mouth. Oh, the motor's probably louder right now because I actually got the front shield up. We're barely moving right now. And this helmet, it gets a little warm. So I got the clear visor up right now. Tennessee. Good boy. Chicken truck. Definitely don't want to be tarred and feathered right now. Yeah, see how much the handlebars bounce when I ain't got my hands on them? That's a Harley for you. I know where I got a pretty good idea where the heck the truck in front of me is going. So yeah, definitely gonna pass him once we get to where the 4-lane is. Oh, okay, cool. Even me and you got on trikes about the same time then. I bought this in August of 19. Yeah, August of 2019 that is. Not 19 whatever. Jeez. VA brain. Yeah, that's me and my daughter started talking a little bit more as I started looking a little bit more heavily at getting a ST for the Sportster S, and she started in with the whole, Are you sure you want to do that, Dad? What about if you... I was like, yes, I know, but at the same time, being on threes right off the bat kind of sort of sucks. But at the same time, though, I do have fun on it. I'm not knocking a trike at all. Trust me. That's the reason why I made the video I did about whether... trying to figure out whether or not Harley Davidson themselves actually hate trikes or not. Because they do all these events for the CVOs, the road glides, the street glides, the road kings, the street bubs. Even the Sportster S had a freaking riding event through Harley. But I have yet to see anything said or done about the trikes. But yet, every dealership will sit there and tell you they have problems keeping their trikes. Once a dealership is known to have a trike and it's priced just right, it's gone. It doesn't stay very long at all. So you would think Harley would be trying to help advertise a little bit more of their trikes and the benefits of them and how much fun you can actually have on one. But nope, they don't. They haven't. So it kind of sort of made me wonder, does Harley actually hate the trikes? Do they hate having to make them? I mean, gotta ask. Is there a reason why Harley doesn't have any quote-unquote trike events? They're all the other variants of bikes that they make. Because Harley, if you actually happen to be watching, I volunteer and I would love to come out to do a trike event. I'm sure Evil would like to as well. And a couple other people that I know and follow. Because I got a funny feeling before too long, trikes are actually going to probably end up being what you'll see most of on the road. Jeez, dude. They get tuna bad. I can taste the exhaust. Not just smell it, but taste it. I'm already in 6th gear. I mean, don't you agree, Evil? Don't it seem like Harley actually seems to be kind of sort of got some sort of hatred or dislike or something towards the trikes that they make? I mean, they don't include them in a whole lot of anything. And there definitely isn't anybody out there making videos other than a handful of us on the trikes. So, I mean, I might actually stop by Harley, dude. I might actually talk to the guys at the Harley tent down at Daytona while I'm down there. See if it might do me any good. Oh yes, most definitely they do. And they're just like Harley trikes. They're constantly being sold. I mean, most places around here that actually sell them don't even have them in stock. You actually got to order them and wait on them to come into the store. And I mean, it's almost the same way with the trikes for Harley. A lot of the dealerships around here, they get them, like Mountain Creek. I was there the day they got their shark skin blue Road Glide 3. By the time I got to the house, it had already sold. It came in that day. And it was gone by the end of the day. They had a yellow trike that was there that somebody was looking at. 2 days later, it was gone. It hadn't been there a week though. It was only there a couple of days before then. Hey, what's going on, Dana? Sorry. Welcome to the channel. Sometimes my mind doesn't act right sometimes. My mind does its own thing from time to time. That's where the fire's at. Straight ahead. Yeah, Mr. Popo. Kojak with a Kodak. Well, what's going on there? Yeah, it looks like somebody decided to rear end somebody. Well, I hope it's nice down in New Zealand. Yeah, I took my hands off the bars for a second. Stretching out my fingers for a minute. So yeah, sorry about the bouncing. That's a Harley for you though. Those of us that know. But it's gonna suck not having the bike for a couple of days, because the next couple of days are supposed to be good riding weather. But it'll be in the shop because I've got to get another water pump put on. And from what the guys at the dealership told me, it seems to be a common issue with the water-cooled Harleys, M8s. And the reason why most dealerships typically have a few of them in stock, because they know it's such an issue about them going out. Okay, I'm not sure. That's about the same here, actually, because 27 degrees Celsius is probably about upper 50s in Fahrenheit, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to remember all that in my head. Well, the disabled veteran dyno would probably be stuck at that point with options of a kit bike from either ordering a kit for either Harley Davidson's or Honda Goldwings, or best scenario would be getting one of those Can-Ams, the Spiders or the Razor, because honestly here in the States there's quite a bit of Goldwings that I've seen that are kits, even from the factory. Well, Indian does the same thing. Indian and Honda do the same thing. When you get a trike from either one of them, it's actually a kit bike. They actually take a normal bike and put a trike kit conversion on it, and then you get the bike. So it doesn't come from the factory as an actual trike. Only Harley Davidson and Can-Ams are factory trikes. I'm not sure if there's another one out there or not. I think there might be, but I haven't really looked or seen any. But I know for sure those two are definitely the factory ones that you can buy that are more commonly found. But I mean, I don't see Harley ever stop making the trike, but I honestly wonder if Harley actually likes their trikes, because they don't do hardly any advertising at all for them. I mean, stop and think about it. There's no hardly any trike events that they hold for content creators or anything else that they invite content creators to come out to and stuff. But yeah, but yet trike community is probably not really as big as the others. Nope. Correct. You are right, Evil. They could probably make their own trike out of the factory if they wanted to, but they don't. So the only way to buy an actual trike that's new from a Honda dealership is to order a kit. And have to basically what it is, you're buying the Goldwing and oh, now come on. There we go. city, so there's probably going to be a few spots here and there. Hopefully not, but there could be a few bad spots here and there. We are going back out of town and back into the woodland, back into the back hills. But honestly though, Evil, from when I grew up riding around on my aunt's three-wheeler that she had back in the 80s, kind of sort of put a little bit of the characteristics that she taught me back then when I'd ride around with her, my uncle at the time. And they seem to work just perfect. Those techniques seem to actually work pretty good. Oof. Someone spreading manure. Welcome to farm country. But yeah. Speaking of trikes, I see one coming. It's a kid. Okay. Ouch. $7,000 for a kit. Ouch. Well, I guess if you got a bike, Goldwing or whatever, and it's paid for, I guess $7,000 is really not that bad of a price to pay. Especially if your bike's already paid for and you're still wanting to keep riding. I guess that's one way to look at it. The only problem is though, is if I actually get me an ST and I end up not being able to ride it, the question would be then at that point is, do I do that very thing? Do I put an actual kit on a Road Glide ST or a street or on a lowrider ST, or do I go ahead and trade it in and get an actual trike? That would be my dilemma at that point. Because yes, I am sort of leaning heavily on the lowrider ST more than the lowrider S, simply because I know if I get the lowrider S, I'm liable to get myself into some serious trouble. And I don't really want to be, not saying I couldn't get in trouble on the ST, because I'm pretty sure I will. But I mean, hey, I've gotten stopped for speeding more times on the bike so far than I have driving. I'll just say that. So right now, as of tickets from driving versus riding, they're tied at 1 apiece. So I'd like to hopefully try to keep it that way. I mean, there's always that drop a gear and disappear. But, you know, there's always somebody that's gonna know the road a little bit better than you. Yeah, right? It's as if you just took a handful of crap and just shoved it in your face. That's exactly what it feels. That's exactly what people don't need to understand about riding. That's one of the glorious things about riding, is you get the experience to smell the fresh smell of roadkill that's been sitting for weeks, heating up on the asphalt, rotting away. Or the chicken houses. The fumes from them. Oh, you think it's bad in a car? Nah, that's nothing. That's child's play. Get on a bike and ride through it and see what it smells like, especially in the summertime. Cow patties, farmlands during the springtime on a bike is lovely. Nice aroma, nothing but pure manure filling your helmet full. Sometimes enough to almost make you puke. Hey, you gotta have fun about things. I mean, being a veteran, I can take almost most very serious things and turn around and turn it into into some sort of comic relief. I always figure I can also take just about anything serious and also make it the dirtiest thing you can ever think of. I've done that before quite a bit too. I'm not bashful about it. Oof. So you're kind of sort of used to it, Dinah. You're kind of sort of like, I got used to it when I lived down here in LJ, which is about an hour and a half, about an hour from where we're going to be at, up in the mountains. And a lot of it up there is chicken house farming and stuff. So you eventually get used to the smell and it doesn't bother you at all. But when you get away from it for a while and you come back, it's like, ooh. It's like, nope. Who opened up the public, let's see, who opened up the public bathroom / porta-john and decided to set it on fire? Yeah. Oh heck, when I lived in LJ, that's mountain land up there. So right here, this area is the base, is almost pretty much considered the base of the mountain range for the Appalachians. Because they're probably 3 or 4 miles to the left of me. If you actually went straight. And there was a time I was outside washing the car. Just minding my own business, and the ex-wife, she came out, stood there for a second, looked at something, and jumped in the car and just started pointing frantically. I didn't have a clue what she was pointing at or what she was doing. I thought she was pointing at a spot on the windshield, and I tossed my shoulders, and she sat there and made the motion for me to turn around. So I turned around, and yeah, I was there was a black bear, probably about 400 or 500 pounds, about 30 foot from me, just standing there watching me wash the car. I had no idea it was even there. So after it decided to walk away, I looked at her and I was just like, well, I think I know what the noise was that we keep hearing at night. She goes, yeah, I think so. And of course there's mountain lions. She's got video footage of that, of one walking through her garden that she had out. A little wood pile burning. And we are now in the great state of Georgia. I really don't like the big city life. Smaller towns or smaller cities, okay, somewhat, but don't really miss it. I live, I don't know what's going on up here. And probably the city cop that's always hanging out here has probably got somebody stopped. Because I mean, supposedly this is the city limits. You tell me where the town is. And they always hang out here and bust people left and right for speed. So when you come across the state line off the 30, really, haven't seen much of a town, but yet supposedly this is the city limits out here. Georgia is real picky. Yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah. Trust me, it's not me. I'll let y'all know when I end the stream. It's AT&T and whatever radio. Because, well, I don't believe in just ending the stream without nobody knowing that, hey, the stream's ended. So, yeah. If y'all can deal with it, hang with me for a little bit, fine and dandy. If not, I totally understand, but I will let y'all know when I end my streams. So I do apologize for the hiccups. This is like the first time I've actually seen it freaking do that many times down through here. So I don't know what the deal is. But I promise you, this stream's not ending until we get to the dealership. So if you want to hang out, sweet. But we got another 15, maybe 20 minutes before I'll actually end up ending the stream, because that's about how long it'll take before I get to the dealership. So, yeah, looks like we've got another fire truck coming. No, actually, that's an ambulance. Yeah, I don't know what's caused. I think it's something electrical or something sort of radio frequency interference. But yeah, I ain't going anywhere. Not for at least another 15-20 minutes. And then I'll give y'all a proper finishing of a stream, of a live stream, not this off and on junk that AT&T keeps giving me. Later, Donna. Thanks for swinging in too, by the way, once again. But yeah, I just wanted to do it live because I know it's been a while, and also to test out, make sure everything's working right, make sure nothing's being shorting out or giving me issues. Make sure everything's been tolerable. I mean, I do hate the fact that even though I got cell phone service, AT&T still cuts out my stream from time to time, still gives me a hiccup. I think personally AT&T's got something against bikers. I don't know. What do you think, Evil? You think that's what it is? You're like, oh man, these bikers are live streaming again. Let's go ahead and cut them out. Let's try to get them off the stream again. But all honesty though, I think it's more outside interference, signal interference, that causes it, which naturally nothing I can do about that. Not even remotely. So I just got to deal with what I got to deal with. But we are fixing to be coming into Dalton, Georgia here in just a few minutes. Yeah, it's definitely headaches, that's for sure. Right? Sometimes if I start to overthink too much, well, it sends me into into my darker side of things, and Usually, typically, I don't feel like doing much of anything. So I try not to overthink things too much. Especially when I'm making videos and stuff. Sometimes I do question myself if they're even worth actually making sometimes. But hey, it's an aspect of life. If I don't make one, well, daughter and granddaughter, when it's my time, well, they won't have a whole lot to remember me by. So yeah, still gotta sort of do something from time to time. What it is. But, yeah. I do though. I've got to get a hold of Tweedle. That he's like, oh, come down to Daytona. I don't mind the work. He goes, yeah, put me to work. So guess what, Chris? If you're watching, or Tweedle, if you happen to catch this, let Chris know I plan on possibly making him work, putting him to work. I just don't know how much work or how bad of a work job it's going to be yet. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Evil. Yeah, I'm coming into I'm actually in Dalton now, so there might be, it might cut in and out possibly a bit here and there. Don't really know for sure because I don't really have an idea what actually causes it. I figure it's got to be some sort of interference. Granted, pretty sure GPS systems on the 18 wheelers and the freaking cops, through the radar off the cops, probably definitely throws some interference. So one thing about Dalton though, that if you ride through here, you've got to pay attention to the other people. I mean, it's about as bad as Chattanooga. They love to run red lights. They don't even look when they come over. Half the time you get lucky enough to even use a turn signal. So it's a constant, definite. Avoid anybody, because I have had several close calls within the city limits down here. In fact, the last one I had, a woman in an SUV actually tried to basically come right on top of me. And every car around me, including me, was blowing the horns at her. She didn't care. So I just sped up, and as I sped up and dropped the gear, it finally paid. She actually paid attention finally, and gave me the bird nonetheless, and then sped off. And I'm like, well, okay. I was like, look, lady, you're the one that tried to run me over, not the other way around. But hey, whatever. I'm on a bike, she's in an SUV. I'm not gonna sit there and fuss with her. I value my life a little too much. And some of these people these days, they just don't care about people. Yeah, it's just weak spots here and there. But we are fixing to be turning onto the North Georgia bypass, which circles Dalton, the downtown area of Dalton, I should say. And I've got to be a little bit careful on it, because last time I was down through here, there were chunks missing, and chunks big enough to actually break the front tire if I hit one, or heck, for that matter, even the back tire. Yeah, right. The entitled fuse, nah, more like the entitled mini anymore. Seems to be more people entitled these days than not, which is sad. Trying to get my daughter to get closer, but she doesn't want to. She won't. So I'm trying to make sure she doesn't get hung up by any of these red lights. She's like, I don't like following bikers close, because if something happens, she goes, I know I ain't gonna be able to stop in time. I was like, I know, I get it. I go, but sometimes when you're following me, you need to be close to make sure you don't get hung up out of the next red light. I go, and I'm fine. She goes, oh yeah, that'd be perfect, Dad. I tell that, and she goes, how am I supposed to tell that to Grandma? Yeah, Dad's dead because I ran him over. I go, at least your mom will probably be laughing about it. And she's like, what am I supposed to tell Mom? She goes, if you was to have to do something, or something happened, and I was close enough behind you trying to make sure I didn't get hung up in these red lights like you want me to do. She goes, what am I supposed to tell everybody that I hit you? I was like, well, just tell them the truth. Tell them I told you I wanted you close enough to be able to make sure you didn't get separated by the red lights. But that'd be my fault at that point, not yours. She goes, still, Dad. I was like, okay. And there's times that I definitely wouldn't want that on her. Have her have to have memories of knowing that, oh, I ran over Dad. I would joke about it if I lived. I'm guaranteeing that one. Like I said, my humor is very, very dark. Extremely dark. It's even too dark sometimes for most veterans. That tells you anything. I think this guy's been rear-ended before. I mean, heck, I could still park. Okay. I guess he was debating upon whether or not he wanted to turn. Exactly. And that's what I've told her. I told her, I go, look, the only way anything realistically should happen to me, if you're following me closely, I go, would be somebody either hitting me or somebody pulling out in front of me to the point where I couldn't stop. And I go, and at that point, it ain't going to make a difference anyways. I go, it's not like I'm going to sit there, stand there, drop the bike because my leg gave out. Because if I drop this trike because my leg gave out, something's wrong. Something bad really wrong. Because in fact, it's actually almost impossible. Now me tipping it, that's possible. I mean, it trike after all. And last time I was on the tail with my daughter, she wanted me to go faster, and I told her okay. And I go, just remember, just sit still, don't panic. And I go, if something feels off, or if it feels like I'm going too fast for you, just say so. She goes, okay. And so we start going across the tail. Next thing I know, I actually felt one of the tires actually come up a little bit. She didn't say a word. And it just so happened to be that it was actually where one of the photographers for the Tail of the Dragon actually was sitting at. And I actually went ahead and got that picture. Because I was like, that's cool. I showed it to my daughter. My daughter's like, yeah. She goes, I felt it. She goes, I got a little nervous. She goes, but you didn't seem like it bothered you. So I was just like, God, the heck with it. So, yes, even if you take a trike and actually lift up one of its tires, it's still very stable. Living proof of it. My daughter can tell you. And I even got photographic proof. I mean, granted, the tire's maybe an inch off the ground. Maybe. I think it's more like a half to 3/4 of an inch off the ground, but it still came up off the ground. You can still see daylight underneath it. So I was like, oh, that's cool. No, there really ain't. I'm saying that'd be the other thing is when I get an ST, what I wear when I'm riding I'll actually have to change the gear that I get for riding it. Because yes, I know having gear's great and all, and it can save your life and all that, but at the same time, the gear that you get is not going to save you from rolling a trike on top of you. It just, no, not going to happen. And then it's like I told Mom when she asked about pants and her boots and everything else. I told her, I go, look, if I got boots on, the only thing that steel toes will do for me, as well as boots, would possibly keep my ankle together after it gets pummeled. I go, but as far as it being broken and shattered, it's still going to be broken and shattered. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Now, I go to riding an ST, or if I actually decide to go ahead and do the Sportster S, well, then it'll be boots, it'll be leather pants, or some sort of riding pants, and definitely a jacket, an armored jacket, every time. Now the helmet, well, Lowrider ST will probably be the one that I've got right now. And the S, well, I would probably go with a full face for it, simply because I know from test riding it, it will go a lot faster. I mean, very quickly than the ST one, than the Lowrider ST does. Because I mean, the Sportster S, when I test rode the first one, I was doing 90 in second gear, still had plenty more to go, and I didn't even realize I was doing 90. So I'm like, yeah, this thing's got 6 gears, I'm doing 90 in second? Yeah. This thing will definitely fly. And there's been some people that sat there and told me that they've actually raced Hayabusas with them. And yeah, I was like, okay. After test riding one, I could see it. But as you can tell, we're here at the there. Up here, this shit's got another cell. So yeah, I'm just gonna park the bike here. And get a real finishing. Oh yeah, I wear a helmet all the time too. Most of the times that I don't is when I'm in towns in states where you don't have to have a helmet, like Sturgis, Daytona. You will probably see me riding around without a helmet on. But then again though, as my mom knows, I've wrecked a mountain bike before doing 40 mile an hour without a helmet on. So what's the difference of a motorcycle versus a bike? There ain't none. But here comes my daughter and granddaughter. Say hi. We told you to get a jacket, silly. Here, you want this one? Your mom's going after one? Come here. We'll keep you warm. Kiddo arguing this about not wanting a jacket. It's warm. We told her it's going to get colder. But anyways, everyone stay safe. Stay tuned, because next week, as I head down to Daytona, I will be live first thing in the morning. Oh, I'm not sure who the other person is watching. It might be Mom. Oh well. If it is, it is. Yeah, I've done that too. A time or two. Not often though. My glasses seem to want to fly away. But anyways, I'll catch y'all later. Y'all stay safe. Have fun. Keep riding. Until then, see y'all later.